Last year, Give raised nearly $1.7 million for our local nonprofits.
Money that stays in our community to help our community.
This year, we want to do even more. That's why I plan to give.
You can give too.
We all live here, so let's give here.
We make a greater impact together than we do alone.
Your donations to Give help out 72 local nonprofits,
supporting families, animals, the great outdoors, and more.
Log on to indiegive.com to give.
Give, powered by the Independent and you.
Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, but teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime.
Yobel International goes way beyond that, teaching individuals across the world how to improve their lives forever.
But tonight we're taking a closer look at Westside Cares. It's an association of 21 different faith communities who've gathered together to provide basic human services. The Women's Resource Agency, who's been empowering women and teen girls to self-sufficiency.
It gives me a purpose to get out of bed every day.
At no cost, Victory Service Dogs provide service dogs and the necessary training to local veterans.
Well, Urban Peak really ignites the potential in youth to exit homelessness. It's as simple as that, and we have amazing programs that help youth to do that. Tonight we're learning about Tri-Lakes Cares. It is the only food pantry and human services agency serving those in need in northern El Paso County.
Yeah, the agency provides food, financial assistance for housing and utilities, and help with medical and prescription needs. It also helps people who actually move out of poverty through education.
The Trails and Open Space Coalition, Susan Davies is here. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So tell us right now, as far as cycling goes, where do we rank within the state?
Well, you know, you're absolutely right. We have some cities like Boulder, Fort Collins, Breckenridge, cities that are either at the gold or platinum bicycle-friendly level, and we are silver, and there are some concerns that we could go down to bronze, which is not okay for the Olympic City, right?
Back in 1995, Memorial Hospital established the SANE program, which stands for Sexual Assault Nurse Examiners. And in that same year, the Assistance League of Colorado Springs started putting together their assault survivor kits. Kate Pryor says in 2015, there were over 650 sexual assaults in Colorado Springs, and the need grows every year.
We serve locally sourced food as much as we can find and provide to folks regardless of their ability to pay or not to pay. If you can't pay, the hook is come in and give us an hour of service for a healthy meal. There's no prices on our menu.
Even during her own fight with ovarian cancer, Sue DiNapoli was concerned about others. After her death, her family started Sue's Gift, a financial aid program to help Southern Colorado women with gynecological cancers pay medical bills.
We are featuring the Teller County Regional Animal Shelter, or TCRAS.
It's a limited intake facility for dogs and cats of the Pikes Peak region located in Divide. Their goal is to keep all their animals well fed, warm, and comfortable, but some require some significant medical care to get there.
Shift Thrift Store, it's located on South Tejon, and it's been open for about a year and a half. It's just like your average thrift store, but with a twist. When people bring in their used household items or clothes, they donate on behalf of one of 8 different charities, all based right here in the Pikes Peak region.
Tonight, we're featuring Rocky Mountain Highway.
Their hope is to turn Colorado Springs into a world-class destination for music, while also supporting local musicians and songwriters.
Well, our public lands, any way you swing it, they really do require the public to be a part of the care and maintenance of the lands we all love to enjoy here. So what's really special about RIMPI, I think, is that we provide that structure for anyone and everyone in the community to come back, pitch in, and be a part.
We are actually featuring Palmer Land Trust, whose mission is to protect Southern Colorado's lands.
Right now, the organization is focused on Jones Park, a near 1,200-acre property in the Upper Bear Creek watershed. The rugged tree and trail-filled property is home to lots of wildlife, including a very special fish.
Last year, there were 14 youth who completed suicide. This year, we've had even more. And 50 to 60% of those youth are LGBT youth. When you support Inside Out, you're helping us do this for a very special group of young people who have some very special circumstances to overcome.
We realize that a lot of people who have a major diagnosis aren't able to step in and help their pets, and so that's why we started Harley's Hope, was to keep more families intact.
Happy Cats Haven is about to celebrate its 5th year in operation and its 1,800th adoption. The shelter currently has about 25 to 30 cats in-house and another 50 or so in foster care.
If you are interested in art but might be intimidated because you don't know how to speak the language or you've never experienced art before, the Gallery of Contemporary Arts is a perfect start.
We want to engage this community of our students and people living in the Pikes Peak region and beyond, and offer them an experience that they can't have anywhere else.
The ARC is a civil rights organization supporting people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and advocating for inclusion across the Pikes Peak region, from our schools to employment to community life. We want inclusion everywhere.
At 50 horses, Spirit Keeper Equine Sanctuary is bursting at the seams.
It's just very difficult to say no when you know that the horse is going to be killed if you don't take it in.
The sanctuary takes in horses that need extra care, special nutrition, or horses that are just too old to work anymore.
Pikes Peak Urban Gardens, an organization that builds community gardens throughout the region, bringing the young and old together. Pikes Peak Urban Gardens teaches classes once a month, instructing people how to grow their own fresh food, and also partners with Colorado Springs Food Rescue to grow food.
Suicide is the most preventable form of death, yet it is the second leading cause of death among 15 to 44-year-olds in El Paso County.
That is why we are here.
Pikes Peak Suicide Prevention offers free services and support to those who are struggling in the community, but they also offer a way for teens to get involved.
If you have a passion for goodness, righteousness, and just making the earth a better place, we're kind of a place where you can fit in and find your own little niche.
We have the symphonic band, the concert band, and a jazz kicks band. We also recently started an orchestra. We have some small ensembles like a clarinet choir, a jazz trio, who all go out and perform in the community.
And this morning we are featuring Love the Name, Look What the Cat Brought In. Please say hello to Executive Director Jennifer Nosler and animal behaviorist Megan Phillips. 1 in 5 Americans suffers from a visual disability, and that can affect, of course, so many aspects of their life: school, work, transportation, so many things. And those who have good sight, obviously, you know, we take it for granted, I think, sometimes.
We do, and many of these conditions are easily treatable.
In Colorado, only El Paso County's courthouse offers families on-site free childcare while parents are in court.
And oftentimes sensitive or intimate details are discussed in courtrooms and can be obviously inappropriate for children.
Thankfully, because of court care, children in our community are offered a safe, fun space to be while their parents attend to their legal matters.
Well, we started 40 years ago with the idea that we could bring dance to Colorado Springs because there was no venue, no body of working organizations that were doing that.
The community centers are in 3 locations: Deerfield Hills, Hillside, Meadows Park Community Center, and they're all in South Colorado Springs.
Our mission is to develop ecological stewards through education and adventure, which pretty much boils down to we want to change kids' lives through incredible outdoor educational experiences.
We have horses, pigs, goats, chickens, livestock, dogs.
At the Black Forest Animal Sanctuary, there are a lot of animals to love, and all are looking for a forever home.
Friends of Monument Valley Park was formed in 2000. And basically we are there to advocate for the park, to educate people about the park, and a big important part of our mission is to preserve.
Fostering Hope is currently serving 38 families in El Paso County, but say there's about 10 more families that desperately need help.
It's the first nonprofit weatherization agency in the nation to install solar in homes, and it's all free for those who qualify.
Now, if you do qualify, the ERC does a full assessment of your home. Then they get to work fixing or replacing furnaces, water heaters, refrigerators, lighting, even insulating an entire home.
Tonight we're featuring the Pioneers Museum.
It is the only place solely committed to preserving the history of the Pikes Peak region, and the museum is opening a new exhibit in January called The Story of Us,
which is an A to Z study of the history of Colorado Springs, telling some of the lesser known stories of the region.
We are 40 years old this year, celebrating a milestone anniversary. We were started 40 years ago by 2 music educators who were asked by the then Colorado Springs Symphony to start a children's choir so that they could use us in one of their events.
Today we are featuring Ascending to Health Respite Care, and joining us is founder
founder and CEO, Greg Morris. Thank you so much for being here with us, Greg. We appreciate you being here.
So imagine you're in the hospital, you're homeless, and they're ready to release you. That in itself can create a lot of anxiety. We're able to connect them with a primary care provider, at least within the first week of discharge, get them to their specialty appointments, and just kind of foster getting them recovered.
Last year, Give raised almost $1.7 million for our local nonprofits.
Money that stays in our community to help our community. This year, we want to do even more. That's why I plan to give.
You can give too. We all live here, so let's give here.
We make a greater impact together than we do alone.
Your donations to Give help out 72 local nonprofits,
supporting families, animals, the great outdoors, and more. Log on to indiegive.com to give.
Give, powered by the independent and you.